So, hi everybody and welcome back to this Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video number 42 and here we continue with our effects. We will add them to our character now. And before we add this one, I show you, you can also go here to our downloaded effects. In my case, the old ones, which look not so good, but still good for demonstration because less to compile. Then you can go here to maps if you not have already and click this map, and if you click this map, then this demonstration map will pop up, which you can see here. Most effects have a demonstration map. And why is this good? The good thing is you can just play and watch them directly here and choose the effects which you want. Of course, you can watch it in the drawer too by clicking one by one, but I think this one is even faster. And here's one time, sometimes a problem, you noticed, sometimes you fall here down because the static mesh which they added in this case has not a collision. What you can do, you go here, select here the static mesh, go here to the static mesh here, right click it, and here on top you say browse to asset, double click it, then it opens up and then you create a collision. You know already how to do this. You go here to the collision tab, create a collision, anyone, and then you can go here to the details tab, right call, scroll a little bit down where it says collision complexity and use complex collision as simple. Then it makes a little bit more complex because the green ones will not work. We still fall through because here is no collision and so on. This complex anyhow works, right? That's the point. After you have this collision set up, you can go to this map after it's compiled the shader, because that can take some time, really take very much time, because I had luck. This one is our old special effects. They are not so heavy, but the new ones looks much better with higher resolution. Can take time to compile all the shaders to look them, but after you have this done, you can go here and then go with your mouse, go here to the scene, right click and play from here. Then you have something like that. What you should do then too probably is here, go to the world settings, set the game mode to your game mode so you can walk here around. That's also very helpful. So that's set. I say play from here, and then you can see here different kind of effects. For example, here we have this fire effect, and here we have this cold effect. That's also very nice. And I choose, you can watch this by your own, which you like. You see these effects are very old, actually looks not so nice, but okay, if you find new ones, that's perfect. But still there are some effects which is really cool. I choose, for example, for my spinning attack, I will choose this fire and this blue, this red and blue bottom. They are really astonishing. And a circle, where is that? I don't know. Here, there are circles for my spinning. You can choose this fire and this blue one. For blue is fire bottom, and for, I mean red is fire bottom, and blue is probably cold bottom later. So what you have to do after you are in this map, you can go out and then click on this effect which you are interested, go to the details panel and then read this name, because this one we will need. So after this one, you go back to your character. You go to your character, for example, you just click here, your default character. It pops up in my case when you have open this world setting, or you just find it in your inventory here. And then in your content drawer, not inventory, and then open up this character, then switch to from viewport to the event graph, and we will add this effect to our character. But we will have later a problem, I will tell you what. But let's do first this fast coding. It's very simple, straightforward. You need to know only one node, and it is called spawn emitter. Spawn emitter means spawn this effect, please, for me. And well, when we want spawn it, that's very important too. We want spawn it when we make, for example, an attack, or you can of course add this emitter to anything. For example, you jump or you start to do anything. In my case, I want added when I start my spinning attack. So in this case, I have here, we have already set this up. Even for multiplayer, we have to test this as well if this is working on multiplayer. I hope so. If not, we have to set this up later too. But let's continue. After you find this node spawn emitter, you can drag this out and write spawn emitter. And there are different one. This one is attached. Interesting too. I have never tested this one actually. And this one will be probably attached to a bone or to a component. That's nice. But let's don't use this one right now, because I think we will have to do... This one is even better, I think, but still. Use the other one. Use at this demonstration, I use this one, but you can check the other one out. Perhaps it's better for you. Spawn emitter. And I use at location. And this reason why I use this at location, because I want spawn the emitter at my character's location, right? Because when I play, let me show you, I'm moving and I want that this character should later spawn this emitter when I'm moving too. But if it's attached, it will work too, I think. So that's not the real reason, but it's simpler. I'd start to explain probably. So let's go on. We have now here options. Here we will select which emitter, in this case FX. All time when you read emitter, it means special effects here, which we want. And I will choose this damage fire for demonstration here. And then we have set up a location, and this location, it's all time asking. Most time in many nodes they are asking for locations, and in my case I want the character location in which I am actually. So I'm already in my character. That's good. So I make there a self-reference called. So it's called on another node. It says self. When you write self like this one, and then you get a reference to self, which means this one. What self means, I'm the character here. I'm this one. Perfect. I want that you're this one. And from this one, I want now get transform, because if I'm this one, I can click here and we have all the options here, right? And I want this one, this transform. Here I have location, rotation, scale. That I want. All right. Then I drag out and write here transform, and there are get actor transform. There are much more options, but I'm interested in this transform. The problem which you see here right now is we have here 3 pins and we have here 1 pin. That's very important. Oops, not here. When I click here, this transform is 1 pin, but you can split it up in 3 pins, and that's a very nice feature, which means you click here this dot, and then you have the option split struct pin, because this is a struct if you know a little bit programming what this is. If not, no problem. You have only to know you can split it. That's good. And after you split it, we have all the settings here from our character that we wanted. And now this one is asking all these pins, location, rotation, scale. I have them all. I connect them directly in it, and I gave him a location. So I can compile, save, and we can test it. And I test it here on the side here, for example. Oops. And I stay here down on the bottom, play from here. And when I spin now, bam, it's having nothing because I forgot something. I have forgot to set, of course, the FX, which I want spawn. In my case, I want this one. I go there, and then I click this one. This was a very fast, but of course you can just find your ones here, click right click on it, browse to asset, and then read the name or something like that or so, and works too. All right, after you have this one, let's compile it one more, save, and let's say, oh, let's go here, play from here. And now we have a spinning attack, bam, but we have a problem. That looks not bad. Bam! Bam! We have here even 2 problems. The first problem is it is on the air, which means we have to change our location. It spawns on our point. That's good. It spawns where the character is, but a little bit too high. So easy to solve. All time when you see there is a location problem, you have to change the location. And here we go then in this location section. And the only thing what you have to know is how to change this. And you have to know the location is all time something to add or to subtract. And to add to this value, we write just a plus and we find this add operator. And what you see here now is called a vector. A vector is just a value with 1, 2, or 3 numbers. In our case, a vector with 3 numbers, perfect. And the nice thing is now, when we go to the character and click here, you can see I have a location with 3 numbers too, and these 3 numbers are representing actually these 3 numbers here. Let me open this one a little bit up. So these 3 numbers you have to change a little bit. So let's do this. So the important thing is how you changed it. You go fast to your character again, and the problem was it was spawning here in the middle, because when I click my character, he was here. It was spawning here in the middle, right? That was our problem. So when we watch here on the right side location set value, it is around 1, right? But when I drag my character down, it is -89. So from the middle till the bottom is -89. I marked this number, or I just remember this number, and then I write the set value here, because this is the one which I'm changing, -89, and I connect this to my location instead of this one. And now I manipulated my location where it should spawn. So after this one, oh, that looks not good. Let's put them higher. After this one, we have our setup for this one, but there's one more problem. I will talk in a short about this one, but it looks really not bad, I think, when we start this one. Of course, this is just one. Where is my mouse? Here. Can't see it. Play from here. And now I spin. Bam. Yes, this is on the ground. It looks not, but it's on the ground. Perhaps I should go a little bit more down. Yes, I think I could go. It's not exactly on the ground. I think I should set it a little bit more down. I don't know why, but okay. Let's set it -91 or something like that. It's a little bit more down. Okay, compile, save. But perhaps it's just so. Let's play from here. Perhaps I just imagine. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. 91 was. So you can just adjust this with this up and down. So we have here, it looks already nice. Why? Because let's say we have here monsters and we go run in the horde, and then I spin. Bam, my effect, and this effect will kill them all, or my spin will then kill. But the problem here is, you can see it probably, this effect is coming after my spin. For example, what is if I want spin and this effect should be at the same time? For example, the circle effect, which I have here, which I want probably when I spin. For example, this one when it pop up. This looks cool for this one, and this other one perhaps for cold attack. I could use this one and then spin with cold something. But this one works not that what we have here. That's the problem. And why is that so? The problem here is this one is spawning the animation after this animation here played. Because first is plays this animation, right? Then after it finished this one, after this delay, it finished my animation, my spin animation. Then it set the animation mode, and then it will spawn this one. This one is already perfect for this one, because this one should spawn after my animation. It looks perfect because this after effect will kill all the monsters. But what is if I want to do now the spin attack? And that's the problem which we can't do here, because we have to change our animation a little bit. And what we have to do there is, let me show you when I play it again. We have, when we click and we spin, tell that it should also play an animation. And this one we will do in the next video, because we have manipulate our animation, learn about something like anim notifiers and sequence manipulation, and so a little bit in the graph, which we have not talked so much, but it's easy. I think it's not so a big deal. We make some basics only. And of course, later we will go to Niagara, but before we end this one, we have to do one more thing. And this time I changed to my game, to my level, because I said we have to check if this one save selected is working on multiplayer. All time check if this is also working on multiplayer. Perhaps it's working, perhaps not. So to do so, I need here, select this one. I add here one more character, start, player start. Then I change here fast this one to 2. Set this one, set this one play as listen server. We have set this all up if you follow this tutorial, and then I just can play. Perfect. And now let's see if I see me. Yes, it is spawning. I can see this one because we have set this last time in a good way up. Let me change this one. Let me dock this one here. Perhaps it looks a little bit better. And now I spin with this. This one works also. And this one looks not bad. Now, let's say, okay, this one worked. Perfect. And actually what I want to show you, that's very important to check multiplayer, because later when we say I don't want multiplayer, I can just select here 1, select here play a standalone, and you see this one is now a single player. Very easy. And this one looks already not bad. Perhaps I should play the camera, set the camera fast a little bit back to see a little bit more of the effect, because that's not bad. Let's set the camera here, compile save. And start. Yes, the camera is now back a little bit. Bam. Yeah. Something like that. Well, we can adjust the camera later. And you see, this one is already cool. We have to create later enemies, sound, also spinning sound, and so. And then we have effects on our map. Bam. Good. And with that said, if you have any problems, because these videos are made on the fly, just write it on the comments. I try to best to answer them. And with that said, we stop here, and in the next video we go to the animation sequence to manipulate this one. See you there. Bye.